The Superman movie was better, and this means a lot coming from me because the Fantastic Four is one of my all-time favorites. They were one of the first comic books I ever read, one of the first comic book games I ever played, and one of the first comic book movies that I ever saw. And I have said it before, I am not a Superman guy. Welcome to my channel. My name is Joseph and I am the film fanatic. Fantastic Four First Steps is a 2025 action movie where a group of celebrity scientists think it is sensible for a pregnant woman to go to space. Remember when this happened last year?
You're getting away from me!
Well, they go to confront a space god and his fellow come badass female second in command, because every good villain has one, to save their world from his consumption. Now, my very first issue with this film is that it essentially starts when the Silver Surfer comes. And that's Pedro Pascal's fault. I don't care, I am blaming him for everything wrong with this film. On a more serious note, after watching this film, I balanced to try and organize my thoughts and prepare a script towards this review like I usually do. I honestly couldn't remember any definitive thing happening within the first 30 minutes of the film, and I feel like that's because it was primarily just exposition dumping. They were essentially saying, you people should take all this information, it's going to be important later. I believe we don't always need origin stories, but why dwell so much on what makes them fantastic and essentially run through their catalogue of villains? Instead, just give us the origin story. The story in itself is not bad and was still very good. It progressed well and was handled well, but it didn't give first steps. And not just because it is not an origin story. It is the first time we're meeting these guys and it is already the end of the world. Always running to the save the world trope is actually one of the things killing the superhero genre. That and Pedro Pascal. Allow me to use some recent shows to try and explain what I'm talking about. In Three Body Problem, when they say the world is in danger, you feel it because you see the magnitude of the world. Scientists all over the world are talking. People are flying from here to there. Talk less of that Skyview broadcast that all of them saw. In Full Metal Alchemist, when they say the world, be the country itself, is in danger, it really hits home because they start showing us all these characters from different parts of the countries that don't even know each other to give us a sense of how big the scale of what they're doing is. But here, we are focused on one American city. Why? Because Pedro Pascal is there. One thing this film excels in is the feel. The aesthetics is just very beautiful. A really nice retro-futuristic vibe that is very mindful of the Jetsons and is very well suited for the Fantastic Four. I loved it and I really loved the way all the characters looked. And who is this one? Why not just give us Alicia? This film could have been named Invisible Woman and the Fantastic Four and it would still be well suited because they were not all on the same power level, and that really bothered me. Normally and theoretically, Susan is the strongest of the four of them. But why can't she grab Galactus and they're stretching Mr. Fantastic like he wants to snap? Ah, Pedro Pascal. And I see no reason why I missed all her pushing. The thing couldn't have run up and given Galactus one into the sphere. This is someone that goes toe to toe with Hulk. And let's just forget Johnny, his powers wasn't of any use in this story. But with that said, the visuals for power display, especially for Sue, was very well done. Visually, this movie is a treat, even with the poorly timed forced jokes they needed to put. All the actors really delivered. Pedro Pascal should rest. This was essentially Vanessa Kirby's movie and she carried the film well. I really loved their Galactus. They handled the guys so well. They gave Galactus and Silver Surfer enough agency and personality to make an impact, especially when compared to some of the other versions. And this is easily my favorite version of their costumes. We get it, he's not there. Aside from Pedro Pascal, I feel like one of my major issues with this film would probably be the story, because there was a lot of flimsy dialogue in the beginning built on poor chemistry, while they were just rushing to establish these guys as heroes. But the film isn't shallow and still carries a lot of depth because it addresses very interesting themes on family and parenthood. I mean, at least, because with the Fantastic Four, that is literally their one job. And being as their scientist, while Pedro Pascal is clearly an actor, it also focuses on the wonder of the scientific process, creativity, and the benefits of learning and exploration. And if you are going to do the whole save the world trope, at least try to make us feel the significance or at least the scale of the world. It's a big thing though, this world that you're talking about. In conclusion, this is a very, very generous 7. Again, it is a fun, visually pleasing and interesting movie, but I just feel the story wasn't used to its full potential. They were very partial to Sue because it was really giving Beyonce and the girls. And lastly, what is Pedro Pascal doing here? See, I give up. I'm going to give the 3 actors that I genuinely feel would have been a better Reed Richards. please go to the comments and tell me what you think about this Pedro Pascal thing and what you think about this movie in general. I would really appreciate Marvel making more movies like this. Give aesthetics more priority, allow people to have creative freedom, and don't always rely on guests and crossovers. Universe aside, comic books usually feel like their own thing and they should allow that to reflect in the movies. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video, you enjoy what I do, and I really hope this mental health reaches you wherever you are. Feel free to check out the description box for my latest post on Medium. Subscribe to stay up to date with my content, share this video with your friends, and you will definitely see me soon.